Osama bin Laden, also known as Osama bin Laden, was a violent terrorist and mass murderer who used bombings and blast and advance his extracting goals. Was born in 1957 in Saudi Arabia. Bin Laden was the son of wealthy Saudi businessman. Following the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan in late 1979, Bin Laden began providing financial and logistic support to the Islamic fighters batting in the Soviets. In 1988, after Soviet forces were defeated with withdrawal of Afghanistan, Bin Laden founded an organization called Quwad or the base to continue the case of jihad all war, tough violence and aggression. All covered soon began raising money, setting up training camps, and providing the military and intelligence introduction in such areas as Afghanistan, Pakistan, and the southern and under the direction of Kuwait started launching attacks and bombings in various nations of further its violent armies. And during Bin Laden was becoming increasing Australia and United States in practical opposed the US military presence in Saudi Arabia and Somalia and stuff right to nations personally of areas by force. After centering his options in Sudan in the early 1990s, Bin Laden became formulating plans to attack West with an alluring deadly new brand of jihad. Bin Laden and another members could also begin issuing further rulings Islamic law, including an attack on the US and citizens were both proper and necessary. Bin Laden later openly declared war on the United States. Internal attack on US soil. On February 26, 1993, Razim Yousef, a young extremist who had trained in one of the Bin Laden's camps, led the first major Middle external terrorist attack of American soil by planting a track bomb beneath the World Trade Center. The plant toppled both towers failed, but six people were killed and more than 1,000 were injured. Following the connection, investors soon uncovered and foiled a second terrorist plot to bomb a series Newark landmarks. The FBI also learned that Yousef was planning more attacks, including the stimulation bombing of a dozen US international flights in contract with his uncle Kylie Sheikh Mohammed, who later joined Acquired. Unlimited yourself was captured the multiplied terrorist operations were arrest improved of World Trade Center bombing depending Bin Laden's of America. In approximately 1996, Bin Laden and his supporters returned to Afghanistan were on alliance with the Taliban government provided secured safe haven for Kuwait to train recruits and plant tracks. One of terrorist organization major plots came to deadly friction on August 7, 1998 when accused operators bombed US arms in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania and Kenya. The near stimulation attacks killed more than 200 American, Kenyan and Tanzania citizens and wounded another 45,000 people. These attacks were directly linked to be Land, who was indicted for his role the bombings on November 4, 1998, and again in June 1999, the charge including the murder of US nationals and outside United States, consisting of the murder US nationals of the nature outside United States and attacks on a frequently resulting in death. A number of top court operators were unlimitedly captured and convinced of their roles in the bombings. The attacks lead to rampant up anti-terror efforts by the US and the FBI, which created first counterterrorism division in 1999. cumulating this many anti-terrorism efforts and capabilities. On June 7th, 1999, the FBI placed Osama bin Laden on its 10 most wanted fragment list, citing his connection 1998 attacks in East Africa as a new century of covert continued its violent attacks. Some major plots failed, including a scheme to bomb the Los Angeles airport on the event celebrations. On October 12, 2000, our terrorist operations set off a small boat filled with the explosives next to the USS Cole during its fuel stop in Yemen. The attack killed 17 Navy sailors, injured nearly 40 other crew members, and severely damaged the ship. Meanwhile, Bin Laden and we are planning to attack America in more direct and deadly way. On September 11, 2001, terrorists injected four airliners in the eastern United States, the fuel and three planes into buildings, the twin towers of the World Trade Center in New York and Patterson. Of there crashed the fourth plane in the fleet in ruler, and the after passengers heroically rebelled. The Ofric attacks killed nearly 3,000 people and injured thousands more. The FBI and its partners quickly learned that the 9/11 attacks were carried out by Bin Laden's terrorist organizations. The 19 men who injured and four planes were all trained. Kurt Bin Laden eventually admitted role in attacks. The ensuring 9/11 investigation and the massive history of Bureau. The attack lead of reaching changes the FBI, which made of the terrorist and killed Bin Laden. In announcing the successful Operation President Obama said Bin Laden was not a Muslim leader. He was most murder and Muslims in needed court and scores of Muslims in many countries, including own. So Hindema should be welcomed by all who believe in peace and dignity.